I loved watching this guy play, not just at the Senior Bowl, but what he's been able to do in college for you. Number 2 is?
Matthew Bergeron from Syracuse, right?
From Canada, too.
Yes. Exactly right. And, this goes back to how you started off the show a little, right? I mean, this is another guy I think can play left tackle. He could. There's some work and some things that got to be fixed. At guard, we can play him tomorrow.
Sure.
He can start for you in the NFL. Let's go. Tackle, all the tools are there for this guy. He can do everything. But, I mean, he just is playing one-on-one basketball out there at tackle. I mean, there's no technique. It to me looks like it'd be a lot of work, and there's some lots of reps that are going to have to be done, for him to get some of these things down in the tackle department. I mean, he's just doing whatever. I mean, he's
getting in the way as much as he can.
He's side running and crossing his feet over as a left tackle against pass rushers. So, yeah, there's some plays there that are underwhelming in that department. But it's not a strength or an athletic issue, or it's certainly not a tough issue. Sure. I'll put him up there with Skoronski as far as I want to knock your head off in the run game and block you that way. That's where I love the guy. I got a little bit of like a Tyler Smith feel from this kind of guy where, it's Tyler Smith last year. It was, I think it's just a little too raw at tackle. We got to play him at guard and he'll kill people, right? It's the same way I felt with this guy. Really good-looking, proportionate athlete, right? Got good thickness in his legs. Gets off the ball really well. Dude has great feet. I mean, he's a great athlete overall, like we're talking about. Runs well in a straight line. Pulling guard, I mean, where he's pulling tackle. I think that's when I wrote down, he really looks like he'd be better at guard in the NFL. Doesn't have the length, the proper footwork and the anchor to be a left tackle in the NFL. But then we get into the hips conversation again as another guy who can just roll his hips through and get in a position to drive defensive ends and defensive tackles and dominate them in the run game. That's what I really like, right? All his negatives are all technique issues. There's nothing that physically I thought he can't do. And whenever I saw a negative play, I just went, well, he just did a karaoke there and was trying to block a guy from Notre Dame, so that's not going to work.
Some waist bending.
Yeah, right. Just but his overall, he can do this or he can't do that is there's not much I can look at to say he can't do, just other than he needs to fix some major technique issues if you're ever going to keep him at tackle.
So 39 starts at tackle. He played on both sides for Syracuse, and his run blocking film, I would say, is up there with the best in this class.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like guy lines up over in front of him. He can knock his ass back and drive him 5 yards down the field. All the things we talk about in space, whether it's second level, pulling guard, again, screens, all of that. I mean, he's going to thrive in that stuff. I would think, teams that value the more athletic lineman, the athletic guard, right? Maybe a Kyle Shanahan type of guy, that they would like this kind of guy, as compared to a guy we're going to talk about here in a minute who's just a big, thick, hulking, space-eating kind of guard, right? But, yeah, I really liked it. And like you said, I thought the run blocking was off the charts good.
Phenomenal.
Really almost every bit as good as Skoronski in that department.
And you talked about how good he is on the move as a run blocker. Yeah. He had a 7.38 3-cone at his pro day. I mean, that's an elite number at his size.
Definitely.
So it all translates to the athletic
those
testing.
Things you're talking about, right?
Another guy like Paris Johnson, when I ask offensive line coaches, who would you want to coach? This guy's name comes up all the time.
I could see that.
They love his demeanor, team captain.
Sure.
It's not a knock on Syracuse, but it just felt like kind of an SEC lineman playing for Syracuse.
Yeah, I hear what you mean. I know it was down and dirty and nasty and physical and everything. And, I have a hard time thinking that he is not an instant starter at guard for whoever drafts him in the NFL. Now, I wrote second rounder.
I think so.
I mean, I think that's somewhere where he is. He's probably somewhere in there 33 to 50 range, somewhere there. But I don't know if we saw a run of linemen go in the first round. Would he go earlier than that? Maybe.
Yeah, I have him as the 47th overall player in this draft. Okay. And with the need for linemen, usually curve that up a little bit.
Yeah, right.
I think Bergeron could go in the top 45 picks pretty easily.
Yo, 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 thanks for watching, homies. It's the off season, but you know there's no off season for us here at Unbuttoned. Me, Ahmed Fareed, we're going to hit all the stories. So hit subscribe for us, okay? We got a ton coming up. My draft prospect rankings, my Simms top 40 quarterback countdown, and videos of me and NFL QBs playing catch and talking about their development and mechanics. Again, thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe. Peace out, homies. See you soon.